We're going.
We're going? Means we're going. Come here. Are we on? We're on! Yay! We are on again. Hello, everybody. Good to, well, see you. I hope everyone's doing great. My name is Lauren. I am here right now with Nina, who was all cuddly and stuff a minute ago, and now she's just like, nah, it's grass time. Would you like a cookie? Always works. So if this is your first time joining us here, oh no, you can't have the whole cookie. No. If this is your first time joining us here, we are Catskill Animal Sanctuary, and we are located in Saugerties, New York, about 2 hours north of New York City. And we rescue all sorts of animals. We have about 300, We have about 300 animals who live with us right now, including sheep, chickens, cows, pigs, horses, all sorts. And we have rescued over 5,000 animals since we got started back in 2001. As an animal sanctuary, our mission, we rescue the animals from whatever situations they may be in. We try to create change for them out in the world, because we can't rescue everybody here. And we also champion vegan living as a way to help out the animal friend as well. Oh, was that scary? I don't think we liked the rooster in there. Nina, it's okay. Come back. Come back. Good girl. So today I wanted to check in with my friend Nina, this beautiful little sheep here, because actually she has been with us for about a year. Her rescue anniversary is actually going to be Tuesday next week, but the event that she was rescued around is Easter. She came to us. Yes, you can have another one. You can't have too much or I'm going to get yelled at. I'm going to get yelled at if you have too many cookies. Did you see that? Did you see that she just hit me on the leg? Rude. She does that when she wants more attention. So rude. You're lucky you're so cute. She's precious. Our dear Nina. Yes, so our dear Nina came to us about a year ago. She was at a live market in New York City. And I know a lot of times people are surprised to hear, like, wait, there's like live markets and slaughterhouses and things in major cities. I'm like, yeah, there are. In Nina's case, she was rescued by a couple friends of the sanctuary. They went to the live market the day before Easter, and they weren't going to like pay for an animal, but they wanted to see if excuse me, I am petting you. Do you want more cookies? You want another one? Oh my gosh. So demanding. This little baby. So, you made me lose my train of thought, Neens. You're lucky you're cute. Yes, so they go to the market, not to buy an animal, but to see if the people at the market would give them an animal. And they did. They gave those people Nina. And she was a little tiny one. I think we've got a picture to put up of her as a little, tiny little baby when she came to us, just like so small. And she's still kind of small now. She's just kind of a small sheep. But it was interesting that when the folks were taking her from the market, that it's okay. There's a truck that just drove by, so trucks are scary. I know. The people at the market were like, okay, hang on, and we'll tie up her legs for you. And of course the people rescuing her were like, oh, no, you don't need to do that. And it was just one of those things of people not really having the same conversation of being like, yeah, we'll tie up the legs, it'll be easy. And then like, no, you don't, that's not what we do to beings like her. So she came to us legs untied. Whoop. Going that way now. Let's follow along because there is Nina's best friend Shirley is over here as well, and I know we have some Shirley fans in the audience who have been looking to see her, so we can probably get her in the background over here. Hey, Nina. I'm sorry the trucks are loud and scary. I'm sorry. You're gonna have to take that up with someone. I don't make the trucks. But yes, so little Neens came to us. Yes, you can call her Neens, you can call her Neeners, you can call her all kinds of things. Cute butt. Look at that butt. So, oh, we have a question?
We have a question from Amy saying, does she still sleep with Shirley?
Yes! So, Nina's story of once she got here to the sanctuary. So, we're all pretty familiar with quarantine by this point, I would say. When an animal comes in to the sanctuary new, we always put them in quarantine just because, like, we don't know what was going on, where they came from. So everybody new goes into quarantine. And then if it turns out they have some other medical problems that need to be addressed, they'll stay in it for longer. In Nina's case, which let me, can you see her? There? Okay, cool. I want to make sure you can still see her. In Nina's case, she had this really nasty virus called OR, which is like a pox, and they get like sores on their mouth and everything, and it's really painful and really contagious, and can pass to humans as well. So there's not a treatment for it. You just have to kind of let it play out. And so she had to be in quarantine for 2 or 3 months. 3 months before that was finally clear. And then Shirley comes into the picture. Now, when Nina was first in quarantine, the other sheep definitely knew she was there. We should have a picture of some of the sheep, like Laverne, who's just showing up. Hey, sweetie. Here. Hey, mama. Good girl. This is Laverne. Hi. Okay, bye. That was nice. So yeah, when Nina got out of quarantine and she was finally out and walking around, it was like this beautiful July day, and she was just like, I'm gonna eat all the grass, and she was just eating. And eventually, yeah, we needed to figure out who Nina was gonna room with at night in the barn, and Nina found Shirley, who's that big fluff ball in the back, and Nina just pretty much decided, Shirley, you are my mother now. And Shirley has always been a loner. She's been with us for about 7 years. And she's just always been like, no, I don't want anything to do with other sheep. I'm just gonna do my thing, whatever. Don't come near me because I'm shy. And then Nina was just like, Mom! And then Shirley was like, okay, I guess this one is okay. So yes, they do still room together. It's really adorable. Nina's only a year and a couple months old, so she's still kind of a baby. And so she still like looks out for Shirley all the time, and if Shirley wanders away and Nina didn't notice, then all of a sudden Nina will be like, bah! And then go running around looking for Shirley. So they are still a lovely pair, and so cute, and so fluffy. But yeah, I wanted to specifically bring up Nina today, because as I said, she was rescued about a year ago, the day before Easter. And Easter is not a great time to be a lamb. Unfortunately, it's sort of a traditional thing for a lot of people to eat lamb on Easter. So Nina lucked out that she was at the market where people went to and were able to get her out of there. But, so many others were not so lucky. And I mean, where Nina came from before she was at that market, who knows? Again, they don't tell us too much about their past. So when she's here, we don't know what happened to her before she was here. We do know that she has had her tail cut off, which is a very common thing that happens with sheep on farms. But other than that, the question that we get a lot about the sheep, and I don't know if it's been maybe asked in the comments yet, is about all of that hair, all of that wool. Now this time of year, if you visited us in the wintertime, the sheep in the wintertime are like, life is beautiful, this is great, it's cold, what's cold, you guys? Everything's warm and everything's great. As it starts getting warmer, I'm sure you can imagine wearing that much hair on you. Not such a great time. In Shirley's case, way over in the back there, her wool will actually grow like over her face because she's got it growing on the face and it'll grow all over the place. Question?
Yes, Michelle says that they all look very fluffy here. Are most sheep this woolly?
So yes, very good question. Most sheep do get this woolly because they have been bred not to shed. So think about it. All these animals had to come from some sort of wild animal, right? And would it make a lot of sense if there were a bunch of wild sheep out in the world just waiting for the humans to come along and shear them because otherwise they won't shed their coats? Like, nah, wild sheep shed. It's that through selective breeding by humans, now this stuff does not come off on its own. So which is why in the wintertime, like, oh man, life is beautiful. They are so warm. The snow doesn't even melt on them right away when it lands on them. It's kind of cute and silly, the little snow sheep. But as it gets warmer, that's going to get really unpleasant for them. And it can make them very, very sick even. So here we do have to shear these sheep, the ones who don't shed. We do have some other sheep who are here, like my friend Christopher, who hopefully we will cross paths with. Oh, going over here. Yeah, okay, let's check in with Laverne too. Hi, sweetie. Come here. Hi, Mama. Yeah, so like this stuff, it's not coming off. But yeah, like if you know Christopher or Stuart or Lena, they will shed on their own, and it's actually really satisfying because you can just kind of pull it off of them by the fistful. And Christopher, he does this little wiggle dance, which is when he's happy, and it's really adorable. So hopefully we'll see my boy again sometime soon. Oh, another question. I love questions.
Is there any chance of saving anyone this year from Tracy?
Any chance of, like bringing in new animals? Bringing in new animals. Now, I am not the person who is involved with bringing in new animals. Things are kind of tough right now in terms of just all of, the pandemic chaos going around in the outside world. Here, again, things are pretty calm. So, I don't know, we'll just have to kind of play it by ear and see how things end up going. We do always want to be rescuing as many animals as we can, but, we got to be realistic with how much land do we have, how much staff do we have, how much money do we have, and we got to make sure that these guys who are here already are taken care of, as much as we would like to save everyone. But, yeah. Hey, you. What are you doing? Oh, you want to go see what Caden's up to behind the camera? Very cute. Oh, Laverne's a good girl. But yeah, hopefully we'll cross paths with Christopher. And I did want to point out, so some of you who maybe have been on my tours would know that I do like to wear a lot of things that are... Sorry, sweetie. She didn't like me coming up behind her. I'm going to swing around this way. Shirley, it's okay. Come here. Okay. Hello again. So I do enjoy knitting. I learned about 2.5 years ago, maybe. So knitting and wool obviously is a big thing. So like, what's going on with wool? If they have to be shorn anyway, like I just said that, right? They have to be shorn anyway, which is true. The thing is, like commercial sheep farms, not the greatest place for the actual sheep. A lot of them are are shorn too early on, like when they still need their nice fluffy coats, so they can get pneumonia and die from that. And in general, the sheep who are raised for wool are the ones who are then killed to be eaten anyway. So, it does need to come off of them, yes, but it's what happens after that with the sheep. And then we also get asked then, well, if we have to take the wool off of the sheep here, what do we do with it? Well, in the past, sometimes we give it to wildlife rehabbers, and they'll make little beds and things for critters, little baby animals that they rescue. Otherwise, we'll put it out in the woods, and then wild animals will make little homes and things out of it. So that's what we've got going on with that. And we've got another question.
We have 3.
Oh my God. Trivia questions. Love it.
So I'm gonna give you. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out what the best order is. I'm gonna say from Sheila, we've got what is their diet?
So the diet of the sheep, as you can tell, they go around and they eat the grass. They're pretty good lawn mowers here. So the grass is a big portion of their diet, and I'm sure they're happy that it's starting to grow back in now. They get a lot of the hay as well to eat, and there is some sheep grain and things that they get. I don't know exactly what's in sheep grain, but there is like some stuff like that they'll get. But this time of year, when the plant life is coming out again, it's like, oh man, we're gonna get that grass, that tasty grass. Good stuff. And then the cookie of choice are ginger snaps. That is the official cookie of Catskill Animal Sanctuary, it seems. So ginger snaps.
And then Stephanie's son Michael asks, how do they shed their coats?
Well, for that, hopefully we'll find Christopher. You want one more piece? But I think we should have a picture of Christopher that we can put up of him. This is from a few years ago, and he just has this long, luxurious hair coming off of him, like he's some kind of like a romance novel cover with just this flowing hair. So it just kind of comes off, like they'll scratch it. Oh, there's Christopher actually. He's over there. They'll scratch themselves on things, and it'll come off. We'll also brush them to try to get some of it off. As well. So you might be familiar with that, like if you have a dog who sheds a lot, you might brush them to get the hair off. And then yeah, wild sheep would just use plants and just kind of rub it off.
And then Sean asks, how well do sheep tell apart different people and voices and such, and are they pretty discerning?
They are. Sheep have a really good memory, actually. They will remember human faces, the faces of other sheep, the faces of goats, for years. And they are actually very good at mazes as well, because of that memory that they've got. And so yeah, they will know if they like you or not as well. So if you're mean to a sheep, they're gonna recognize your face, and they're gonna remember it. So be nice to sheep. Right, Eanes? Oh, where's the different one? Wander off too. So yeah. Oh, and then I wanted to show this, since like I said, I do like to knit, and I'm sure some of us are looking for things to do when we're at home, which hopefully we are, and we're staying in. I made this. So this here, this is a little bit of knitting jargon. I was learning continental knitting over the weekend, so I just made myself a square. And if you know how to do the basic knit stitch, the one and only knit stitch, you can stitch up a square and then sew it up and seam it up, and it's a bunny, which is also great with Easter coming up. Kind of like we were talking about on Saturday, animals are not presents. You know, people will get the little baby chicks, the little baby rabbits, and it's like, oh my gosh, so cute, because they are. But then they live for years and years and years. But if you're looking for some crafty stuff to do, if you learn how to knit, you can make this really, really easily, and then you can have your own little Easter bunny. And mine is neon greenish blue, because why not? This yarn is acrylic. I get most of my yarn from thrift stores. I don't like to buy acrylic new because it's plastic. But at thrift stores, you know, I'll get that. And this is a little bit of cotton as a little tail there. So, cute little bunny. Let me put that little guy away now. I hope. So,
and Janine loves your Tucker shirt, Lauren.
Oh, ta-da!
Also,
yes.
Hi Janine. I saw you said hi earlier.
Hi Janine. Cool. Yes, this is one of our new shirts, which you can pre-order on our website, which is casanctuary.org. Yay! That's also where you can find information about the animals, about our virtual programs, which we're doing here, about the private virtual programs that we're doing for schools and all. You can find that on the website there. You can also email me if you're interested in that, which my email is just my name, Lauren, at casanctuary.org. So, what do you say we go wander and try to find somebody else? All right. Let's see. know who I was hoping to find. But again, you know, the animals all have their own idea of what they want to do on any given day. So we may or may not be able to find who I was going to be looking for. You know, they can do their own thing. It would be really nice if they wrote down their schedules for us one day. But I don't know. I don't know if I could read Nina's handwriting. Yeah, so we're gonna head around to this end of the barn. Nina and Shirley sleep in the barn here, along with some of the horses and the goats of the Underfoot family. Oh, the door's closed.
Uh-oh.
Oh, it's Laverne. Huh. The door's closed and Laverne's out. I wonder why. I don't know. Hi, Laverne.
Tragedy strikes at Catskill Animal Sanctuary.
I'm so sorry. You want to get inside? I'm so sorry, sweetie. Yeah. Here, do I have any cookies left? No. Oh, I have Clover. Would you like that? Yeah. I'm sorry, sweetheart. Well, let's go keep walking. Do you want to come for a walk? Do you want to come for a walk, or do you want to stay? No, I think she's gonna stay. She actually used to be really, really shy. When she first came here, Laverne came to us 3.5 years ago or so from just a nightmare, awful neglect, abuse situation. So she was very, very shy when she came to us. But over time, she's kind of slowly warmed up to humans. Like a year ago, I would have been amazed a year ago if she walked up to me and stiffed my hand like that. But now she's a little more social. Those guys are all in their barn. Well, I think that we are going to be making our way on a little bit of a walk to swing around, because I wanted to check in with one of our turkey girls. But since I don't see the ones who are outside, like Michael, who I'm sure some of you have met, we will pop into the chicken yard over here, and the gate's all the way over there. So, in the meantime, if you've got questions, put them in the comments. I also want to remind you all about our text to donate feature, which you can text CAS to 91999. And it'll pop up with some options to donate. You can put in your own amount. We know times are tough for a lot of people right now, but anything that you send to us that way is really appreciated. And hello! I actually did find one of the turkey girls, but... Hi, sweetie. So that sound is a not very happy turkey. That high-pitched sound and all that. Yeah, no, okay. We'll leave. It's okay. Oh no! Gotta get away! Everyone's kind of amped up today. I don't know what that's about. Yeah. I watch out sometimes. No, they're okay. It's just, when someone tells you, hey, leave me alone right now, you leave them alone right now, clearly. Does not want to be bothered. So let's hop in here. Alright, we'll swing around this way.
Sean says that he thinks they might have used some of those sounds in Jurassic Park.
Maybe. Here, you got it? Alright. That's good. There you go. That wire that I was just lifting up there runs out to this birdhouse we're walking along next to right now, so that we can run heat lamps out there in the colder weather, which thankfully we're not going to need for too much longer. So, yay. Alright. Oh, here's my girl.
Ooh.
Hi! Oh, hello! Oh my god, it's chickens! Oh my god, hello! Oh, you're a little late, sweetie. There's a lot of yelling going on, though. I don't know. Guys, what's up? I don't have your lunch, I promise. No lunch, see? No lunch. I'm sorry. This is the lovely lady that I was looking for. Can I have a hug? Hugs? No? Oh, that's okay. No hugs today. Nah? Hi. No, that's okay. Well, I wanted to come over here because kind of to continue the holiday theme with the turkeys, but we are actually running short on time, so maybe we're going to hold the turkey stories for another time, because we will be doing plenty more of these virtual sanctuary sessions. We've got the next one coming up on Thursday with Caden at 1 o'clock. Gonna go and visit with some of the horses, so that'll be super exciting. And then for something a little bit different, tomorrow, Wednesday at 4 o'clock, Chef Linda is going to be going live on our brand new Compassionate Cuisine cooking channel Instagram, which is Add Love Stir, which you might recognize as the kind of tagline of the cookbook. 4 o'clock tomorrow. Check her out on there. I'm sure she's going to be cooking up something just wonderful. And be sure to give them a follow over there at Add Love Stir. Follow us. Keep an eye on what we've got going on here. Like I said, we'll be keep doing these virtual programs. Hi. Hugs now? Oh, can I have a hug now? Come here, beautiful. Come here. You're thinking about it. Hi. Hello. This is Imogen. Imogen, sweetie. No hugs? How about a clover? Would you like a snack? I have clovers in my pocket. Here. Would you like this snack? Hey, sweetie. She's a sweetheart. So yeah, well, I guess we'll have to check in with her another day, though. Do we have any last questions before we sign off?
We did. Michelle just wanted to know, so maybe you can give us a little prelude to another virtual sanctuary episode. Where did the chickens come from here?
Very quick. I will tell you an introduction to their story. All these ones, except for there's a couple who don't look like the others, are from Colorado, from when a farm went bankrupt. And that's the preview with that I will leave you with them. They're kind of the other babies. Nina's one of the babies, and these girls are the babies as well. About similar age, a little over a year. Oh, and there's a couple of horses who came wandering by over just on the other side of the fence there. It is a beautiful day up here, my friends. Just a beautiful day, and so everybody is just enjoying the sunshine. The breeze is nice and cool. Hopefully it's not causing too many audio problems, but we are working on that. And we hope it's nice wherever you happen to be. Is that it for questions?
I'm just checking, see if anyone has any last questions. Throw them in here if I've missed one.
Or remember them for Thursday.
I think we've covered them all.
All right.
Lauren, who is your favorite?
Oh, they're all my favorite, but Christopher's my favorite. I keep talking about Christopher, and then I feel bad for my guy. He now when he sees me, since I'm not on site so much anymore, because for the most part I'm working from home, except for coming to the sanctuary to do these virtual sessions. Now when he sees me, he's like, "You're here! It's you!" And I'm like, "Oh, my dude, love him. He's a sheep." We'll definitely get him on the camera. Oh, he visited in Kathy's session last week. Actually, he kind of walked through the frame and went wandering by. Yeah, he's a sweet old sheep. But yeah, you guys are my favorites too. Don't worry about it. Cool. All right, everybody. Well, again, thank you so much for checking us out. Again, tomorrow, 6 o'clock. Not 6 o'clock. 4 o'clock. I don't know where 6 o'clock. Add Love Stir Instagram, 4 o'clock tomorrow for a cooking class. 1 o'clock right back here for a visit with the horses with Kaden on Thursday. Check us out, check out our website, check out the rest of our YouTube channel. Be safe, wash your hands, stay inside, or at least stay somewhere, get a little bit of fresh air, but take it easy, okay? We know this is a hard time for everybody, and we're so happy that you are spending some of it with us. And we miss you, and we love you, and we will see you again soon. Bye-bye.